Hey guys, before I start, I'd like to say, like the last one, I'm going to use Spark Notes because Spark Notes for the win. They sum stuff up the best and always get the good stuff, so why waste my time doing it on my own? Also, the book references the N-word a bunch, so I'm replacing it with Negro. Not as nice, but better than So in Chapter 1, this is the prologue. The main character is Jean Louise Finch, or Scout as she goes by. She descended from apothecary Simon Finch, who left England to establish Finch's Landing, which is their farm on Alabama River. Atticus Finch, Scout's father, is a lawyer in Maycomb whose wife died when Scout was 2. Suddenly, during the summer, a boy named Charles Baker Harris, nicknamed Dill, becomes a playmate to Scout and her brother Jeremy Jem Finch. Oh, and also there's some kid named Arthur Boo Radley, who's been imprisoned in his house for 15 years for breaking the law or something and stabbed his father with scissors. Chapters 2 and 3, basically, Scout gets in trouble with her teacher, Miss Caroline, on the first day of school because she knows how to read and write even though she's only 6, and Miss Caroline doesn't want her to know how to do that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was weird too. Also in Chapter 2, we learned that Cunninghams are poor, however not as poor as the Yule family, and Burst Yule, one of the members of the Yule family, obviously, makes the teacher cry. Chapters 4 and 6, Scout finds a knothole in one of the Radley trees where they end up finding lots of stuff such as pennies and gum and other random knickknacks. Also, we fast forwarded to the summer in this chapter and Dill comes home and Scout, Jem, and Dill all have fun. Eventually, Jem and Dill grow close and Scout feels kind of left out, so she talks to Miss Maudie Atkinson, who's a widow who talks about Boo Radley. Then, Jem and Dill try to invade the Radley place when suddenly some dude shoots at them. Of course, later we learn that the guy was just trying to shoot at what he thought was a Negro, but of course, it was them. When Jem and Dill return back home, all the parents interrogate them as to where they were at. Fast forward to the end of the summer and the second school year has begun and more stuff appears in the knothole such as a ball of twine. But Mr. Radley, Nathan Radley, or Boo's brother, ends up plugging the hole with cement because it turns out that Boo was getting around his whole solitary confinement punishment by communicating with people through the tree, and Boo's brother is trying to stop this. Then, for the first time in forever, Maycomb gets a real snow, so rare that even the school closes. After a failed attempt at making a snowman, because these kids have never seen snow and have no idea how to make a snowman exactly, Miss Maudie's house somehow lights on fire, and Boo Radley escapes his house to wrap a blanket around Scout. I would explain the details of this, but I don't really have that much time. It's on Google somewhere, so go look it up. Chapters 9 and 11, the last 3 chapters of part 1 here, Scout gets in a fight with Cecil Jacobs at school after he says Scout Finch's daddy defends Negroes. This is because Atticus has to defend Tom Robinson, a black man, but Atticus thinks he won't win because it's an all-white jury against a black man, and in a time of racial segregation, that should go well. At Christmas time, Scout cusses a lot and doesn't get along with anybody such as Uncle Jack, Atticus' brother, or France, her nephew. The family tree's a little spotty here. Finally, Chapter 10, really the only thing that happens is that there's a rabid dog in the neighborhood that Atticus shoots, and Miss Maudie tells Jem and Scout about the tale of one-shot Finch, when Atticus was the best shot in the county, a past that Atticus would like to forget. Oh, and the title To Kill a Mockingbird is in here, something about killing or hurting innocent creatures or something, I'm not really sure. Chapter 11 here, Mrs. DuBose angers Jem by talking about Jem's dad, and Jem retaliates by throwing Scout's newly bought baton and destroying the poor woman's flowers. So, Mrs. DuBose retaliates by making Jem read to him for a month as some sort of punishment to build character, and a month after that punishment, she ends up passing away. The end.